Good evening from Johannesburg. I'm Brenda Madumisa Pajibo. This is Let's Have It Out. Tonight and every night here on ENCA, a different newsmaker will get that chance to host this program. Interview people we do not necessarily agree with. We'll give you a chance to get involved in the conversation. Unfiltered, accountable, and accessible. It all starts now. Tonight, the issue on my mind is the total shutdown march on the 1st of August, when we delivered the memorandum of 24 demands. I want to know from the minister whether he has engaged with our demands. Does he have the confidence in the team that he leads in the South African Police Service? Does he believe that they are well trained in gender-based violence? Do we know how the police respond when they're confronted with such cases of gender-based violence? How does the minister deal with police officers who do not act according to what is expected if they do have a manual of some sort to deal with gender-based violence? Why are our police stations not fully equipped with police women and men who take violence against women and gender non-conforming individuals seriously? How many detectives does the SAPS have who solely deal with gender-based violence? Why do we have police officers who discourage women from pursuing a case against their perpetrators? Why do police officers feel the need to tell a woman to sort out her issues with her partner instead of taking down the statement and investigating to ensure a successful prosecution and conviction? Is there a sanction if a police officer decides not to take down a statement from a complainant? How do we get to a point where women are not afraid of the police? How do we restore society's confidence in our SAPS? I want to know from the minister how many cases are on his desk that have been reported to him directly due to the failure of one of the police stations or investigating officers failing to investigate the case and conclude it, whichever way. Can we, as citizens, ever reach and walk into a police station without losing the confidence in the police? Can we be treated, and gender-based violence be treated with the seriousness that it deserves, no matter who you are? Does it have to take someone senior in the police service to have a rape or murder or assault case to be of high priority for it to be attended to? To discuss this further, I'm joined by Minister of Police, Minister Bheki Cele, from the ENCA studios in Cape Town. Good evening, Minister, and welcome to Let's Have It Out.
Good evening to you, Brenda, and your listenership.
Thank you. And we also want you at home to get involved in the conversation. Here's how you can do that.
Tweet us at ENCA using the hashtag LHIO. Call us on 011-759-6340 or send us a WhatsApp or WhatsApp video on 082-884-6370. And make sure those videos are no longer than 30 seconds, please.
Minister, you're still with me, right? Let's start with the conversation, yes. Minister. The last time I saw you was on the 1st of August, the Union Building in the middle of the night, and you were there with the President. I just want to find out from you, what was going through in your mind when we were handing over the memorandum of demands? Have you found time to engage with those demands?
Well, indeed, it was quite a comprehensive memorandum. Many memoranda have been sent to police and the government departments, but one listened very carefully. And there are many things that they make a lot of sense that needs to be worked together with the people that supply the memorandum, with the other departments of the government, the police themselves. But Brenda, ends with the society, because the question of women abuse and assault, rape, should be a societal issue. Yes, the government departments, yes, the police, the justice system, must be an additional weapon in fighting together with the society at large. Was a very good memorandum. I do still have it on my desk. I'm trying to get those things that belong to the police, and some of them have been already discussed with the police management. How do we take them forward?
And that's very good, Minister, and I think that's the attitude that Total Shutdown has adopted. We are solution-driven and orientated, so wherever we can, we're going to be in the forefront of assisting government to be able to be effective in how they manage issues of gender-based violence. But Minister, let's just talk about why is it that certain cases don't receive the priority that they deserve? I mean, why should we wait for a case that is popular, that it gets media attention? But we've got many cases of women who have reported their cases at different police stations and have not received any attention. A case in point is a case of Ponso Sirumula at the Eden police station. She reported this case in 2014, and she says she hasn't heard from the police since then.
Well, that is a problem we all share. I was once invited to speak at the launch of the Foundation for Karabo. That's a question I raised, that yes, we do have these high-profile cases, sometimes well worked by the police, by the whole justice, the magistrates, the judges. We get the good results in terms of sentencing people there. But we have so many cases of the nameless and faceless that we end up not knowing because nobody knows about those people. Those are the cases that we must work on them harder. There are quite several of them at the police stations, including this afternoon. Somebody phoned me from Mpumalanga, raising the question where he's abused and is threatened by this man. But the police have told her to go back and negotiate with that assaulter. So I have spoken to the provincial commissioner to take the matter forward for me on that one, and we'll see how far. There are many of those cases where the police tend to be negotiators and they're absolutely not negotiators, where tend to be giving advices that are not supposed to be giving them instead of arresting those people. So those are the things that we're trying to work on them. There are good police that they do their work, but we also have some police that are not doing their work, yes.
And what do you do then, Minister, when you're confronted with such a case where you realize that your team, one of the police officers or the many police officers, have not done what they were supposed to do? What steps do you take to ensure that they do their job?
Well, fortunately, Brenda, the present dispensation of the constitutional dispensation of South Africa has put some elements, have put some measures where people that get out of their way of not doing their work are followed. Especially in the South African police, we have what you call IPIT, the independent body that looks after the behavior of the police. But besides that, we have a body that is called anti-corruption within the South African police. But we still have our own grouping within the police, our own unit that looks after those things. Are we satisfied with that kind of job? No, because there are still many police that get out of their way, don't do their job, and tend to frustrate women even further instead of helping them. We do have the special unit in South Africa, within the South African police, called female and children, kind of giving that service.
Right.
But they are not enough. I think we've got 180 of those units out of 1,100 police stations. So they're absolutely not enough. But we try to follow and check with them and try to equip them. But are we satisfied that we have reached there? No, we haven't reached that point where we can sit back and say the job is completely done.
No, I hear you, Minister, and we're still going to carry on. We're also taking calls. In Jimistan, there's already Thomas. Hello, Thomas. Good evening.
Yes, good evening. How are you?
Well, thanks, and you, sir?
I'm fine, and you? Yes, I would like to make some comments when the police doesn't do his work in some police stations.
Right.
Although it's not every one in the police, or men in blue and white, women in blue and men in blue.
Right.
But there are some incidents where police is not doing his work. I would suggest to the minister to make sure that in some stage he must engage in each police station with his team to find out what are the problems that are facing these policies, not taking the cases very serious. But also, in our society, we need some sort of education to make sure that our women and children, they understand, especially women, because some of the mothers, some of the single mothers, to understand what is going on in this new democracy, so that we can achieve something. Because it's not just a blaming game. It's a way to find out a solution. How do we resolve this situation? It's a problem for all of us. But in some of these police, we need also to set example. When they do or they don't accept the cases or they don't investigate properly, we need to make sure when we find out that this case didn't went properly, we need to take a serious step so that the other police won't be doing the same.
Thank you, Thomas. And I think, Minister, earlier you alluded to all of us taking responsibility and ensuring that we all make this country work. And that's where all of us should be. And I think we can't just continue to talk. We must be seen in action. And I think that's the work that Total Shutdown is doing. Just to demonstrate to South Africans that when we pull our weight together and we have a common goal, we can make something come out of the work that we are doing, and something good coming out of it. Stay tuned with us as we continue with this conversation on Let's Have It Out. Remember to use the hashtag LHIO. Stay with us. We'll be